Alright, what's up guys? Welcome everybody to yet another Riot Games early access for Valorant. I'm ShaDeSLaYeR. Joining me is Cracky and OG the Lores Chicken. Welcome gentlemen. How excited are you guys for the new Agent Fate? I'm gonna start with you, Cracky.
Oh, I'm super excited. Buy a core initiator. Let's go. I'm super excited. इतनी hype बनी हुई है. Let's see the actual reveal key. What is it?
OG?
I don't know, man. I'm a duelist player, and duelists naturally hate initiators. So, for all I care about, they're adding another salt shaker in the game, and it's not going to be fun.
What are we going to check out on this video? Of course, the big one's going to be Fade. We'll check out her abilities, her gameplay, kind of do some brainstorming around it and see, where she's probably going to fit in. And of course, the other fun stuff, we of course have the Battle Pass. That's going to be coming out, as well as the new skins are out as well. So we'll check all of this out and more. So without further ado, I guess we'll just jump into the agent section and look.
भाई पहले स्किन दिखाओ भाई पहले स्किन दिखाओ भाई पहले स्किन दिखाओ भाई इसको बाद में देखेंगे. I'm
Fair
excited
enough.
for this skin.
Fair
Yeah,
enough. Fair enough. All right. All right.
Yeah.
There's the RGX 11Z Pro
Wow.
skin collection. Of course, why are we looking at it here? Just look at it here. So,
Flex.
of course, the last one did have the knife, which I know OG likes to wield quite a fair bit. I
katana
was
type,
the yeah, that's the sword. Had a really crazy animation to it. And of course, we see a lot of people using the bundle. It's a go-to for a lot of players. This is version 2, of course. It's going to be different weapons in this. We have the classic. Then we have the Spectre. We have the Phantom. We have the Operator. And of course, we have yet another butterfly knife this time around.
Wow.
The unlocks, color patterns are very similar, of course.
Show us the Phantom. Phantom like looks good.
Phantom looks very nice. There you go.
Yeah.
It's VFX, animation, finisher, kill
Oh,
count.
so many raid night.
Yeah.
Battle pass guaranteed.
Kiran, I feel sad for you.
Let's not go there. Not too bad, not too shabby as well. I'm super happy about the Operator. Operator looks really sick. We're gonna try that out a little later. But essentially, the scope-wise, yeah, that's how it looks. Ooh.
Nice.
Very
It's like
sweet.
some kind of alien weapon, dude.
Yep.
Really,
Yep. It really does. And then we're gonna go straight back in to the main reason why we're here today. It is Fade. So, what is Fade? Fade is an initiator, and utility-wise, from what we saw in the gameplay, very solid initiator. Has a dart-ish sort of like a spell. I believe that is the E. Just Hunt. Well, let's just start right from the beginning. Okay, so first ability is Prowler. Equip Prowler, fire to send the Prowler forward. Hold fire to steer the Prowler towards your crosshair. The Prowler will chase down the first enemy or terror trail it sees, and near sight the enemy on impact. So, yeah.
Okay, so it kind of sounds like a Sky Flash, but put together with the Tail Blaze. So it's like a weird combination of the both.
Yeah. So you just chase down the first enemy, near sight the enemy on impact. That's like the trail you get in your Spike Rush, right? You get two of them.
Yeah.
This is like one of them that's gonna chase
The
him
hunter,
down. Yeah. Next we have Seize. Equip a knot of raw fear. Fire to throw, the knot drops down after a set time. Reuse to drop the knot early, the knot ruptures on impact, holding nearby enemies in place. Held enemies are deafened and decayed. Okay, we did get to see this
Whoa.
in the reveal video as well. You know, she picks up that ball and she like boom throws it up, right? That's pretty much it. Held enemies are deafened and decayed. Next we have haunt. Equip a haunting watcher. Yeah, this is the one where you get that watch tower of sorts that goes up. It drops down after a set time. Reuse to drop the watcher early. Okay, the watcher lashes out on impact, revealing enemies in its line of sight and creating terror trails to them. Enemies can destroy the watchers. So this is destroyable, by the way, and so is the the prowler. So
Prowler,
yeah, the prowler, before it hits you, you can actually just shoot them straight down, and you can destroy the tower as well. The tower works like a beacon, very similar to your SOA
Recon, yeah.
recon, and you get to find their positions. The ultimate, of course, the Nightfall. Equip the power of Nightmare itself. Fire to unleash a wave of unstoppable nightmare energy. Enemies caught in the wave
hell.
are marked by terror trails, deafened and decayed. So this is again very similar to the Breach ult in the way it's released, from what we saw in the video as well. Kind of releases in the direction. Any enemies that are tagged essentially are deafened, they're decayed, and they leave a trail. So
Yeah.
uh,
You know the exact position.
yeah, so it becomes very hard, especially if you're like holding down a site, you're trying to reposition, you're trying to keep the element of surprise up, but guess what? There's a trail behind, and you're already deafened as well. And of course, the DK is going to tag it down. Of course, you're going to regenerate back up in time, but there is that window where you pretty much probably just have to back off and hope you've back up in place in case they chase you down, and that opens up a window for you to either enter a site or retake, vice versa, depending on the situation. I'm gonna start with OG first this time around. Initial impressions of Fade OG.
Well, in all honesty, I feel like with the problem that Valorant is facing, it has a very big problem in terms of finding viable duelists, because that duelist meta is fading further and further away, and that's because initiators are natural counters, right? Duelists essentially are like one of two kind. You have the movement duelist, which is basically Jet, Neon, and Raze. People who can dive, people who can make space, and you have the flashing duelist, which is the Rana, which is the Phoenix and the Yoru. The thing is, with how like Sky and KO have influenced the meta, pseudo duelists are kind of already in phase. Whenever you see a Sky and whenever you see a KO, it can naturally take on that role without having a lot of problems if needs be. So
Right.
the need of a flashing duelist immediately goes away. And with such an agent where it's possible for you to punish aggression in such a way, especially mid round, in competitive play, I see this being a very, very disruptive agent. You know, it could be as disruptive as, remember when Astra came in, nobody could dive bomb. This is the equivalent of when this agent comes in. It's going to be very hard to isolate and play different angles when you're going to be playing post plant or a situation like that, when you're going to be lurking and trying to hold that off angle, right? It's going to be very easy to root out stuff like that, and that's only based on if the heads up's there. That's what this agent kind of encourages, though. It requires you to be thinking a couple of steps ahead, understanding where you can have the edge and where you want to try and take information for your fight.
Cracking? What are your initial thoughts, man?
Yeah, initial thoughts are like पहली चीज तो like it's super good, and जितना अच्छा लग रहा है कि team game और better होगा, yeah, it's looking good. The second thing is
My ult
as
is
you
ready.
mentioned ना कि duelist meta is gonna is fading away. I really think so as well, because अभी meta में we might have triple initiators, because इतना team game अच्छा हो जाएगा with the ult. Look at that ult. It's like quite close to breach ult and def and DK. Oh bhai, that's gonna be so hard to dodge. That's gonna be super pathetic. Like breach अभी इतना annoying है. So if we have another initiator like him और जो reveal भी कर रहा है with the signature ability, so it's gonna be dope and I am super excited to see the abilities for now because अभी तक मैंने actually में देखी नहीं है how it works. So it's C, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's you see.
Oh, so it finds the closest enemy. And you have two of these. Oh my god.
Are you able to guide this like, let's say, a sky flash? Like, are you able to like hold the mouse button and guide towards hookah or something like that?
Bring them down.
No, so it's gonna go to the closest enemy by itself, I guess.
So wait. I think you should just use the minimap as a reference to guide it. If I'm not wrong, something will pop up as a minimap, right?
Bring them down.
So try holding the trigger button that lets it go, but guide it through the minimap, like how you would a sky flash.
Yeah, it works the same way. Alright, cues the ball that we throw
That
around.
looks like a ball of wool. What is that? Okay. And what does this do over in AoE again?
It does have a bounce as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
Can trick shot it.
I believe it deafens
Okay.
and
Take hold.
DKs them as well.
Yeah, so it deafens and decays them.
Yeah.
deafen decays, and it holds them in place as well. That's what it says.
Wow. So kitna like it's gonna be super good. Imagine having a Sova which gets you the info कि बंदे कहाँ है and this comes up, holds you there and some
Open up the
picture or
sky.
something. Oh my
Take hold.
That'll be
Take
that'll be extra salty, man. That'll be extra salty. I'm looking forward to such a play.
We're gonna do the tower.
I'll find
Oh,
you.
okay.
So that's the
Oh my
tower that just essentially pings. How far can I throw this?
Where are you?
So far.
Ooh.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna be scared once.
I'm a little confused now. If you hide behind a wall and you're not directly in vision, does that deny it? So what's the criteria
Where
here?
are you?
I believe it's very similar to how the SOA recon works as well.
I'll find
It's
you.
straight line of vision to
Okay.
the tower. Let's have a look at the ult, I guess.
Oh yeah.
This is the one, that had all the graphics.
What?
We saw all the videos, the teasers, trailers. All
Yeah.
of them had pretty much this, right? It was the fact that it was just this darkness that's coming to engulf you. This
Where? Take them! My
Oh,
ult is
yeah, I
ready.
see it.
boom.
What is that, dude? It
Look
looks
at the
like
area that
something off
covers.
Arcade.
Look at that minimap. कितना
My ult is
area जा रहा
ready.
है? Oh my god. Look at that
Holy
area.
hell.
Oh,
Okay,
the
so
whole
like
side.
for reference, we can. Oh,
Where? Take them! My
That
ult
goes
is
all the way
ready.
to the back of B side. It's gonna be so hard. You imagine, say, I throw out the C
Bring them down.
to chase. You have the
We'll catch them.
Q to hold you in place, and there's a tower as well
Find
just
you.
for
yeah.
vision. You ult. You also have a jet that is coming in. With all of this happening, there's like nowhere you could quite possibly hide, right? Where does she come in? Does she come into a place where
Secondary
she
initiator.
replaces SOA, or does she
No.
work with SOA? Does she become like this more powerful version of Breach? Until, of course, she gets nerfed back again. And even if she does, how does she compare in that aspect when it comes to a lineup? I'm gonna start with you, Cracky.
यार मेरे को what I think is कि triple initiator will be much more preferred. Like if you just imagine having Fade and Breach on a single team, plus you have the Sova, so the impact that you can do is like super good because Breach ka utility is like good for one stun. If you want to push A, imagine you stun U-Haul or maybe Kabi. उसके साथ साथ you have that much info with the Prowler, the alt. It's gonna be good. मेरे को जो लग रहा है it's like 3 initiators coming up. Replacing में I feel like कि अभी इतना मेरे को लग नहीं रहा कि इतना जल्दी replace होगा.
At least with this new agent with Fade, it looks like they've put Sky, Sova, and Breach together in one agent and find a way to make it fit, right?
Yeah.
The thing about Sova is, except for that shock dart, the utility he offers is so fundamental in terms of setup that
Right.
nothing can rival it on that same class. Not in terms of the amount of time it gives you information, not in terms of how accurately you can make a play on the back of that information. The closest thing you have is maybe a Tailblazer, and that has very close vision. You won't be able to see things from afar. You won't be able to see things at verticality, which is often how you play against it. So I feel like this offers another option. We've seen a lot of teams prefer a double sentinel from time to time. Sometimes most of the times they run this double initiator. So you have the Sova on staple and you have the Sky KO on rotation. This,
Right.
I feel like, is the perfect substitute for a Sky KO.
Given the arsenal of abilities that Fade is bringing in, Cracky, which maps do you think where Fade's gonna be more effective?
मेरे को जो लग रहा है the smaller maps are gonna be more fun to watch because इतना बड़ा lineup का कुछ वो है नहीं and as we talk about split Sova हमको split पे usually कम देखने को मिलता है so maybe we might have a Fade there because utility बहुत अच्छी है and the reveal the ultimate is fantastic so I really feel the split and maybe Ascent.
Where are you?
Again, I feel like the same, like you said, Cracky, with the range could be applied to Fracture, because in that it's very hard to find feasible places to dispose of your utility without being in direct line of sight.
Oh, by the
That's
way,
what you need to do.
there's one neat little thing that you can do with the Q. So as soon as you throw it, you can Q back any point of time
Oh,
to instantly drop it in that position. So say you aim it, you want it to drop right behind it. You can be a little generous toward that way and be like, boom, just hit down, boom, it's right behind it.
But this ult yaar is like amazing. पता है जब breach आया था, it was having a vertical one, and if you shoot the ult, see it's quite faster than the breach
Take
one,
them!
I guess. No, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same.
It's almost the same. Maybe it's exactly the same, but
Yeah.
the AoE.
But starting में जो breach का आया था, it was like V type ult, na?
right.
So it was not covering the whole side, but this one is like already fixed. Yeah, look at the operator ones, man. The RGB, oh,
clean.
so good. The inside scope RGB is like amazing. Look at that. That's the first one.
Dude, when it
That's the
turns
first one.
orange, ooh.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the pick screen for
Oh, she looks-
Fade.
She looks so good.
Wow.
Quite angry, but it's okay.
Everyone. is
I don't like the way she's holding.
This,
Oh, I want to see the jet.
Do you want to try Jet?
Once.
Yeah, exactly.
you wanna see what?
Jet, so I can decide early whether do I take a break from Valorant or not.
Jet? Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jet's getting nerfed.
Oh,
in this
just
so
getting
fast.
nerfed. Yes. We've read about that as well.
What does it
Yeah.
have?
Oh, there you go.
Not to
Oh.
use.
Press again to dash.
Try spamming it from the start. Like, see how long it'll take. Like, let's say take an op shot. Try double clicking E to see if you dash as fast as you can. So, like, quick scope from an operator and try to dash. I want to see how long it takes to get away from your position. You need to click it twice.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but you can't.
Yeah, this is the new dash.
So it's like if you want to peek one angle, if he doesn't come, the enemy you can't dash in. Oh, okay.
That-
Double click works.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. There is a slight delay. So you do this. E is already on. Then you can go. This is like a split second. I think the beauty of this is the fact that you ascend your get out of jail free card irrespective of what's happening in the map is no longer available.
Yeah.
This requires you to play smart, right? It's not a no info, no brainer get out of jail free. Let us know what you guys think as well in the comments. What do you think, OG? Does this warrant move away from a perma 100% jet pick in most of the
Uh,
games.
that's the reason this. See, in a lot of ranked plays, even at Immortal, right, doesn't give two hoots about what happens. That they care more about professional play. They have that top-down
My
approach,
optics.
and Jet has a good 85% pick rate at the moment. So
Yeah.
it's something that definitely does warrant a huge, you know, fix in a sense that it doesn't need to be broken, but there needs to be incentive for people to play other agents. And that needs to be there from the bottom up, which is something that Riot doesn't really go for. But this is one thing that actually does make a huge difference in your day-to-day Valorant user.
Well, what are your thoughts, Cracky? I know you play a lot of jet as well.
माँ मेरी जेट को नर्फ कर दिया माँ. अब जेट के साथ क्या होगा?
Crack, Cracky looks like this guy. So, I guess we've pretty much talked about all we can. We're gonna jump into games in the coming weeks once Fade is out. A huge shout out to Riot for getting us early access, as always. Super fun to check out new content before we get to experience it in our everyday lobbies. Thank you so much, Cracky and OG, for joining us, and this is super fun. Viewers, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, like the video, share it with all your friends. If you like it, go ahead, share it even more. So that's pretty much it. Until next time, goodbye.